welcome back to another episode of The Perfect Finish with me, Silvia Senanayake. Hope you guys are keeping well. Thank you for watching the past few tutorials. Do let me know if you enjoy watching them, what are your thoughts on them, and what you'd like to see more. So as you can see, I just had to quickly wipe out the makeup that I had on, and we are going for the office look today. If you had seen previously in season 1, I had done the no makeup look. This is somewhat similar, but we are using different techniques. Well, in terms of like during the first segment, we used to use eyeliner and all of that. Well, it's 2021, we no longer use eyeliner. We are using eyeshadow to do our eyeliner, and since it's office, we want to keep it really light, neutral, and we don't want any like creases to show. We don't want heavy load of makeup, so we are not piling on many products. We are starting off with the primer. So primer is generally used to minimize pores, and where you have like large pores and stuff, that's where you want to concentrate. If you have oily skin, you don't want to use like a shimmery oily one. So this is going to be like a long day at work. You want to keep it very light. Then we're going with foundation, and foundation we are using NC30 by MAC. And because it's during the day, we don't want it too light, so we are also using NC45, which is a darker shade. So we're going to mix those two. You can see both shades. As you can see, one is darker than the other, and solely because it's during the day and it's office, we just want to make it look very natural. So that's these two. So we're going to mix these two up, and we're not going to use a lot of foundation, but just, you know, and you don't have to like brush it back and forth, just tap a little bit. You don't want to leave your neck out. You shouldn't be really like rubbing it all over your face, and even if you're using a beauty blender, please wet it beforehand. Do not, it has to be damp, because you're just wasting your product if you are not wetting it. But of course, if it's in the night, I don't really mix both. I would mix two that are a little bit lighter because it looks better. But during the day, you just need to stick to your skin tone and make it look as natural as possible. So there you go. The base is done. When it comes to concealer, during the day, I try to avoid it. I just use a little bit under my eyes, but I'm not going to really go in and use a lot of it to avoid creasing and all of that. So for the concealer, we're using Tarte and just a few drops. And as you can see, I didn't entirely remove my eye makeup. I kept my mascara on, but the rest I did remove. So since this is like an office function, we're not really going to. So since this is like for everyday makeup for office, we are not going to like overdo the whole face and all that. We're going to keep it very natural. And just slightly like push under your eyes. And here, like you really want to have it here because it makes you look awake. Then if you want, you can just take your blender It always has to be damp. So guys, when you take your blender, you don't really want to be rubbing it down, or you just need to gently pat and look up when you do so, and that's it. Remember, number one rule, it has to be a damp one. You have to wet it, whatever you do. So then comes the powder, and that's Studio Fix NC43, which suits my complexion best. And we're not going to rub it all over the face, so those days are gone. We are just going to tap lightly, like in the areas where you don't want to break into a sweat, and the neck. So during the first episode, you might have seen where I used eyeliner. We are no longer using eyeliner. Instead, we're going to take a little bit of black eyeshadow and just go over. I usually have very teary eyes, so teary eyes, like I start tearing for like no reason, even if I laugh too hard. So this is what we do. And honestly, that's it. And at the bottom, if you want a bit, just have a bit of black on your lower lash. And blush. Please do remember that blush goes on the apple of your cheeks, nowhere else. Just a little bit. This is Office. And for lipstick, we're going to use Maybelline, which is 75 Fighter. It's called 75 Fighter. And it comes like this. Super easy to apply. If you feel you smudged, you can just wipe it off. It dries up on your lips and stays for a really long time, so you might want to try that out. It's called Super Stay Matte Ink, and it's 75 Fighter by Maybelline. There you go. So I'm ready to go to office, and this is the look that I was going for. So no more heavy eyeliner to office, or heavily done up eyes. We're keeping it very neutral. Not much, no contouring as such. It's just part of the base and your powder and a long-lasting lipstick. I hope this was useful. Thank you for watching. Bye.